Sales Babble is sponsored by Wingman, your source for actionable sales intelligence. This is the Sales Babble Podcast, episode 420, How Not to Oversell.
Welcome to Sales Babble, the podcast that shares selling secrets for non-sellers. And now your host, Pat Helmers.
Hello, Sales Babblers. This is Pat Helmers, and today's episode is an act of faith. And by faith, I mean trusting in what you know is true and sharing it as honestly as possible. Too often, sellers persuade by adorning their pitch when they would be better off sharing a straightforward value proposition. Great products and services sell themselves. That's for today. While working on this episode's topic, I came across the idiom, let the chips fall where they may, meaning that we should let something happen no matter what and let go of the small stuff. The phrase originated in America in the late 1800s in reference to wood chopping. It implies that a woodcutter should focus on cutting logs and not worry where the small pieces, the chips, fall. The same thing's true in sales. Instead of worrying about taking notes during a call, let technology deal with that later. That's where our sponsor Wingman comes in. Wingman automatically records meetings and transcribes the entire conversation. There's no need for sales reps to take notes in a separate notebook. Instead, you can now focus on your conversation with prospects rather than trying to capture all the important stuff they say. Anything you can do to optimize your listening enhances your ability to build relationships and close more sales. Go to trywingman.com/salesbabble and get a free demo today. Wingman, it's your source for actionable sales intelligence. And now today's chapter, proper preparation. Fill your presentation to the brim, and it will spill. Keep sharpening your pitch, and it will blunt. Chase after money, and the deal will spoil. Care about people's approval, and you will be their prisoner. Do your work, then step back, and it will all work out. Now today's story. Chris said good morning to the prospects at the presentation and kicked it off with a slide deck that shared a personal biography, the company's biography, their history in the industry, testimonials of their products, and 3 deep dives into the benefits buyers could expect. Chris was trying to build trust, but all that was built was boredom. The audience started to get restless. In the back of the room, Pat could sense the crowd's impatience and spoke up. Chris, why don't you jump ahead to the bit of the solution design? Immediately, Chris pivoted, and by the end of the meeting, Chris had a verbal commitment. Afterwards, Pat said to Chris in private, Hey, I'm sorry I made that awkward for you, but I could sense that people didn't believe the benefits without any context. It was a case of the cart before the horse, or, in this case, the benefits before the features. Chris laughed and responded, I have to admit, it did seem the decision maker paid more attention and asked all those questions after the pivot. Since we got the order, you can't argue against success. Nope, said Pat. We just need to do our work and let the chips fall where they lay. Going back to the Stoics, Epictetus said, quote, If you're tempted to look outside yourself for approval, you have compromised your integrity. If you need a witness, be your own. Personally, I'm very wary of the overuse of the PowerPoint and how people repeatedly fail to just connect one-on-one with buyers. Instead, have some faith and just share your product unvarnished. It's all going to turn out right in the end. If you have value, people will see it. Deals close easy when we focus on helping our clients versus winning their approval. Now, to download a copy of this week's Tao Te Ching of Sales chapter, you can find it in the show notes at www.salesbabble.com. And while you're at our website, sign up for our email list, and you'll be able to download a free copy of the Tao Te Ching of Sales ebook. This book's been the inspiration for the Sales Babble episodes, and you can see what topics we'll be covering in the future. Use this book for daily inspiration with short, one-page chapters on a balanced, non-pushy approach when selling. You can also find links to our sponsor, Wingman. Wingman is your source for actionable sales intelligence. Go to trywingman.com/salesbabble and get a free demo today. Now, if you found value in this episode, please share it with a friend, just one person who's open to growing their selling skills. It would really help grow this podcast. If you'd like to dig deeper into this topic, reach out to me on LinkedIn. Let's set up some time to talk for a coffee or a video chat. I'm here to help. With that said, that's all I've got for this week. Until next Tuesday, folks, take care and have a highly successful and a profitable selling day.
Thank you for listening to the Sales Babble podcast. Find us at www.salesbabble.com.
This is a production of Habanero Media.